Back in this moment on your breathing. Each person can do is their new strength. Just be with you. You are not your mind, not your emotions. You are the one experiencing them. You need to be that. Take a breath. Few minutes more. Come back to your breathing. The natural rhythm of the breathing.
पावे गुरु बिन ज्ञान, कौन पावे गुरु बिन ज्ञान, कौन पावे गुरु बिन ज्ञान, कौन पावे गुरु बिन ज्ञान।
Last 1 minute. Do not open your eyes. Just be with your breath. Last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And with your next breath, unclasp your hands and gently place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And you now may open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful meditation. Let us all clap for our today's meditation. Wow. Take your time. Take your time to come out of your meditation. If you want, you may sip some water. And I would really like you all to open your cameras before we restart our sessions in the March. So our weekly sessions will begin in March now. So before we restart, before we re-meet, today is the ending of our beautiful, beautiful cycle. And I want to listen to all of you today, all of you, all of you, all of you. Well, Preeti is someone who is so consistent. She's been there. I look at her and talk. So I've been sending all my energies to her. Well, I said, so happy to see you. Harshadji, so happy to see you all. And I know rest of you all also there. Rekha ji, so amazing. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of myself and all of you for doing this, for taking this step. Any kind of self, any kind of step taken towards and for our own sake, for our own self is a great, great, great achievement and great cause of celebration. We are so attuned to do things for others, to make way for others, or even if in our own way, but we always keep thinking about others. Now we have to shift that thinking from outside to inside. And I hope that these sessions of 21 days have begin your journey onto this path where you now focus on yourself. And I want to listen. Is that a yes or a no? And all right, before also we dive into today's amazing talking. I want to answer Asid's question and also Lataji's question. If I don't think she's here. Okay, then whenever she's online and have joined us in the session, then I'm gonna answer her. All right. So Asid, do you want to repeat your question or shall I read it from the chat from the WhatsApp group and go ahead? If you want, please you can you know go ahead and ask again.
Namaste. So, yeah, I think maybe you can read it from the chat.
All right, let me do that. It was very courageous of you to first ask that question because I'm sure many others have the same question, but they have not asked it. So congratulations, and I pat your back for asking this question.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about how to explain to my teenager son So he has been always sort of blaming me. Like if I tell him anything, he will just say, "I've learned from the best." So it all comes back to me. And I give him example of like how people are living in different situations, and you are in much better off. He says, "Oh, that's all my karma. I did great karmas in the previous birth, so I'm enjoying it. What is your problem?" So that's where my question came out.
Well, to say so, children do learn from the elders. Children do learn from the parents. They do watch them and do exactly how they see their parents or environment. So I also want to put in that here. When it comes to children, elders and their environment is the best teacher. So they'll see, they observe, and they they reciprocate or repeat it. So it's like the programming. The programming we talk about is how this is how it works. So if we are not mindful about our words, our actions, it may somehow also affect our children or kids around us. So that is there. But of course, everybody is reaping their own, you know, the harvest of their own seeds. So blaming somebody is not a point, can never be a question, or can never be a solution. So let me read out your question and then go one by one on it. So you asked, okay, you shared that meditation was very peaceful, and thank you for making this somewhat complex of the text easier to understand. I'm hoping it will make it easier for us to forgive and forget the unpleasant past experiences. I hope that too. I'm finding it a bit challenging to accept that my past karma is causing all these problems in the present or has created in the past. And I need to forgive and forget that. I feel there is a risk of blaming myself for everything unpleasant situation that happens to me. Please advise. First, let me take care of this part. Now, today you have given it a new turn by saying that your child is blaming you for all that is happening in his life. But here in this question, you were asking that you are not able to accept that it is your doing which is causing the experiences of a present or of this lifetime. Well, nobody wants to be blamed. Nobody wants to take the responsibility. I said that's a very, very, very natural thing. Everybody wants to give as much as responsibility to others. That's why they blame. That's why the first natural thing that we do is see outside and seek the faults and wrongs in others and blame them, because that's the easiest part to do. They give all the problems, all the worries, all the responsibility of the situation to others, that hey, I did not do anything wrong, it is because of you this is happening. So you're given the responsibility. Now you have taken your hands back, you don't have to take care of it because you're not the doer. So that's why it is natural to think that way. But well, this is not a man-made law, so there is no scope of injustice in it. See, in this way, if you sow, if you do gardening, if you sow a seed, if you have sowed a seed of a, let's say, corn, will wheat grow out of it? Or you will have a harvest of corn only. So it is that natural. Whatever you do is going to come back to you. What kind of seeds you're going to sow are going to come back to you. There's so many cases. Many people, for example, could be a possibility that now they are doing such great service work. They are into a sacrificial service all their life in this present lifetime. And we look up to them and say, oh, wow, what a great life they are living. They must have done great work in their past lives. That's why they are into so much of service. That's why they are able to give so much. They've reached that level. But we don't know what kind of past actions they might have done. They could be the killer murderers in the past lives. They could have done it so wrong that now they are balancing it out. Now they're balancing their bank account by doing as much good as possible. Yes, they have learned the formula. They have understood that the only way to progress is to balance out. So they've devoted themselves into service. So judge they not. Do not judge anybody's experience or anybody for what you see with your naked eyes. And don't judge yourself as well. First, it begins with you. Forget about what you did in past. Whether you accept it or do not accept it, that is the truth. It is not going to change. It is not seeking your acceptance. But your acceptance is going to help you in growing out of it, in stopping the recreation of those. So, whether you're experiencing beauty, goodness in your life right now, or there are some challenges, with meditation, with clarity, you can see that how can I change my situation now? Okay, I might have done something which has resulted in such experience in my life. Now that I'm working on myself, now that I've taken conscious step towards changing my reality, creating my reality as desired, what can I do now? This is how you change your life. This is how you create the reality that you want. Forget about the past. Past is dead. It is like a textbook. So you're going there and reading the lessons, but you can't change because it has already happened. All you can do is now you can change the present so can you have a brighter future. So the focus is now how you are bringing more creative force towards the situation in your life. How exciting experiments you can do with your situation. Take everything I know. I would want you to experiment. Take things lightly, as in, let your creative force grow within you. And of course, again, 1,000,000,000 times I have to repeat, I will repeat, meditation is the only way. Reading right spiritual books is the only way. The more energy you have, the more soul strength you will gain to be in a conscious state every moment. So it's all about energy. Because we have leakage in our energy system, we are always depleted. So we're easily swayed. We don't have the energy to be a responsible, a conscious person, a human, a soul. But if we are always energized, we have taken care of those leaks, we have sealed those leaks, and we're always energized, you'll be very conscious and aware. And even if the worst of worst case scenario comes in front of you, you will have a soul strength to deal with it with flying colors. You will deal with it, not like fumbling and scared and okay, surviving, mere surviving. Now you'll be creative about it. It sounds so good, but this is what happens. Trust me on this. So tell me more. Nobody. It is absolutely natural to not to be able to accept that I could have done something which is resulting to this challenge. Because again, understand why we see faults in others is because it's easier, because we are able to see it as a third person. What we are doing wrong here is we are seeing others and we are able to judge, and because we are not involved in that action. But when it comes to our own self, we are personal. It's something personal, so we are very attached, and we are very we take it personally, we can say. So we are very involved in our action, so we think emotionally. No, I can't do that. I'm not that kind of person. Yes, you are not. You're not that kind of person who would do that. But you have done it because you were under the influence of unconscious living. If you have been conscious, if you have been aware, you would have never even thought about it. But because you were unconscious, so it happened. So that is why first forgive yourself, accept and forgive yourself. It was not you, it was somebody else who was unconscious, who was unaware, but that person is not who's introspecting. So appreciate yourself, congratulate yourself, and move forward. It's not easy. It is not. But the more aware you become, the more easier it gets. We take so many. Now coming back to the part where you said your child also blames. It is, again, it will be hard to listen, but it is somewhat true. Children, the first and foremost teacher are their parents. It was unconsciously done, but it was done like that, which made children learn what they are doing now. And when they become conscious of it, they can separate themselves and find their own identity, find who they really are. But again, meditation will be required, a vigorous meditation will be required to find themselves and separate from all the programming, all the observations that they have done all through their life. Similarly, on us, our own parents' actions and how they would have responded to, because we have grown seeing that. So how they respond to certain things, how they understand certain things, we understand similarly. We only know that. But when we educate ourselves more, when we read more and more books, when we meditate more and more, and expand our consciousness, we are able to see more possibilities, greater ability possibilities. We're able to identify which is the best way to deal with things and which are false. So again, no blaming. I learned this. Forget about that. That was the best they could do, or they could experience. That's what they did. So it's not about blaming anymore. It's about soul, your own soul growth. That should be the only focus. So when we stop blaming or attacking other people or saying that, or stay in a guilt that, hey, all my life I've understood things wrongly just because I was exposed to my parents' definitions of life. No blaming. That was the best they did. That is, understand when you meditate, when you become more and more closer to yourself, your compassion within you also grows. So you're able to see that that was how much deep this cycle is. That is what they learned. They did not have the scope of introspecting. You have. So give them the seed of introspection. It might be hard because our mind thinks with the age it is harder to change, but it is not. So again, everything is much more deeper than we understand. So don't resist anything. Take, okay, if somebody is coming and blaming you again, if it is not your truth, if you do not believe it, do not take it. Don't take it. Why are you taking your child's blaming on you? Why are you getting hurt by it? If it is not true, you're getting hurt because somewhere you think it is true and you accept it. So if there is even 1% of truth in it, introspect that how have I contributed in that. There is when you will stop your action towards creating more and more of it. That is our dharma in every given situation. To see how can I be different? How can I stop this? So using another word which might trigger people, we all have these ego which are not letting us accept that we could be ever wrong. It is. And ego is not a bad word, but it is given that title and identity that it is a bad word. I cannot have ego. I'm such a humble person. You can be humble person, but you can also have some disbeliefs about certain things which are stopping you to be open about the opposite of it. So when you do that, what comes in place? Ego. That is just a word to define this process. It doesn't define you, it is defining the process. So the bottom line of everything that we just said here is it is okay if it is getting difficult for us to understand that it could be our doing that such situations are coming in my life. You don't have to get into the past or scratch your past to understand it, because that is why people go to past life regressions, because they're unable to accept it. So they want to see it with their physical eye. They want to see it that they have done something, or they want to understand it. Without seeing, they don't understand. That's why they do past life regressions. Either you can be that person who do not have an understanding, because then again you are always dependent on something concrete. You want proof. If you want, go ahead, meditate. In your meditation itself, you can see your past lives. Many have. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have sat and saw their multiple lifetimes by just meditating. So why can't you? If you really want to and you're not able to, it's getting really hard for you to accept. Or else, simply take it easy on yourself and forgive yourself. Give yourself an ample amount of love. That, hey, acid, you may have done something. First of all, you're not acid also. You're a wonderful, wonderful soul. Taken this body in this lifetime. So say, hey, I'm so proud of you to the journey that you have taken. It is not also a result of one lifetime or one lifetime's work that you come on this path of self introspection, self realization. It takes a lot of learning because soul is there to learn. So it begins with zero. It go through all the cycles of, it becomes a thief in one lifetime to understand what that karma means. So it is all experiment for soul so that they can learn and grow. But we take it also personally and just stay in it. So it was your experience. Now you have reached Now your soul's development has reached to that point where you're now ready to break everything and to create your desired reality rather than being driven. So if don't let anything flow you back to that cycle. Be in charge. Have that courage. Yes? All right. If you want to say something, I said you can go ahead and do it. Say it like, let me make everyone unmute themselves on their own.
Thank you so much for the explanation. I had some, I think your explanation answered other questions as well for me. And I missed few classes, but I really enjoyed this whole 21-day challenge. And the meditations were really peaceful. And some days I have to agree, like for some reason, because this is my evening time, so I was like inundated with a lot of thoughts. And then towards the very end, I was able to focus, but like 75% I was like drowning in thoughts. But few days, it was like amazing. Uh, so I'm just trying to investigate that, like maybe I had eaten like a lot of food, or I don't know what was going on. Uh, so I was trying to see like which days it happened really well, and other days I got like a little bit drowned in thoughts. But overall, I really enjoyed this meditation sessions.
Amazing, amazing,
Thank
Ansit.
you.
So many congratulations. One more thing that I would like to add, that don't be so analytical about your experiences. Move on. Every day is a different day. Yes, you are investigating for you to become, to have a greater experiences rather than repeating the experiences of those days where you have rigorous thoughts. I understand that, but not every day is going to be same. If you're not getting an instant answer, meditate, just simply meditate. Your awareness will tell you. Now when you will meditate, simply meditate without any reason or purpose or mission. What will happen is you naturally will get so much awareness that you, in a day-to-day activities, you'll be aware and you will know, okay, now I'm going somewhere which is not required. So don't analyze anything. You've got this awareness that there was some differences. That is why my experience is also different. That is the greatest thing. Now you have to move on and do more and more meditation. No analyzation is required, because that is again where we might start using our mind and start putting stories to the and assumptions to the situations rather than intuition, our soul telling us what is to do and what is not to do. So just meditate, and in your daily life situations, you will be aware, okay, if I'll do this, it is going to cause certain things. So let's avoid it. Let's go different way. Let's do something else. So that soul will, intuition and you will be so intact that you will work with your intuition all the time. And
Thank you.
be very easy on yourself. It is for everyone. Don't be hard on yourself. Always appreciate even a little step you have done. The more gratitude you show to yourself and to others, all that you have, it grows. Worry and stress take away whatever you have. So yeah,
Thank you again.
thank you. Thank you, Sid. So happy to see you. Yes. Anyone else?
Hey Nandini.
Hi, Preeti.
I don't have question, but I would really like to thank you for bringing up this session. I know doing simple meditation is one thing, but having this book, reviewing with us, it's amazing. Because, sometimes we take things for granted. Sometimes we take, it's not something that karma is something we have not read or heard about in the past. But going deep into it and somebody explaining each and every, sentence and every word into from this book, this is an amazing experience, and it's actually an eye opener on a lot of examples. So I would really thank you for bringing this up, and on and then continuing at least twice, 2 times a week. That is also going to be amazing, because this is this is just a beginning, and somebody taking this book, reading with us till the end is going to help a lot. I don't know how many jewels we have within this book in the later chapters, but yeah, this is an amazing experience. So thank you so much for bringing this up. And you are a great teacher, I would say. You explain things really well, so I really enjoyed these sessions. And karma has always been my favorite topic, so I loved these sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Preeti. And I am absolutely 100% agree with you. This book was on my mind for so long. And the moment it was shared in one group, and I was so happy because it is very hard to get Dorcom's book in a PDF form. The moment it was shared in some group, I took it as a challenge that okay, this is it. I got this book. It is a gift. Let me go ahead and read this book. And why not, if I'm reading it, why not do it with others? So it has become a greater experience for me to do it this way. So if you share what you are learning, it just grows, it expands for your own self, of course. And if it is growing for yourself, it is going to have a greater experience for others as well, because it all begins with you. So it is a great experience for me to do this, to read this book with all of you here. Sharing question answers open other dimensions, many dimensions to many other concepts, many other understanding. So having an open discussion, having question and answer is something which is very important also, because somewhere we all are having or had similar experiences. Everyone is unique and having an individual experience, but somewhere they have experienced similar things or might experience similar things. So when we ask questions, we open that portal within others. So that is why I always encourage for one to come up and ask, no matter dropping the judgment of the questions, because there's so many judgment, it's not good enough. I will get the answer on my own. I should not ask in public what people will think about it. It's just a silly question. No question is silly. Trust me, I have been quiet all my journey. Most of my journey I've been quiet and I've not asked questions, or whenever I did ask question, I did not get the answer, so it made me more quieter. So I come with an experience on this. And I've learned from the best. I've learned from Patriji. He was the encourager of asking questions, to speak, to express whatever is that you're experiencing in that moment. Express. Because when you express, you expand. So express and share with others whatever you're learning right now. You every day, whatever you learn, share that much to others and add your own interpretation to it, add your own understanding to it. What are you understanding out of it? What did you learn? Add your own life experiences in that and teach other. What is stopping any of us in doing that? Nobody needs any degree in doing that. All you need is a will that if I can, so can others. So start teaching. And I mean, it is as beneficial for me as is beneficial for you. This is a wonderful book. I have been also very much interested into karma and free will and destiny, because these things are very misunderstood or taken for granted. We all understand, we know that whatever, if we're gonna do bad will come to us. But still we slip into something which are against our soul's nature. Why? Because we all, that is what we are more in depth we are understanding in this book, because we are unconscious. You know, you have learned, your logical mind is also satisfied with the answers, but still when the situation come, you slip. You know, eating garlic is not good. You have got a clear logical answer, scientific answer as well, and of course spiritual answer as well. Give an example, but still you get swayed away. If option is not there, or you don't do much effort to take care of that, you do it, you go ahead, eat it. What happens? We are taking it lightly, we're taking things casually. Okay, I'll meditate and counter it, maybe. But it's again going back to the chapters, again repeating the words of Torkom. We think we are very smart, but we don't know how harm we are doing by going against soul nature, against our own will, by letting our mind, our mental body, our emotional body take over us. So many deep learning, and this like keep amazing. I'm just astonished. The more you're gonna talk about it, one more thing, the more you got to talk about it, the more and more deeper understanding you yourself is gonna have. So talk about it more. Whenever you open your mouth, only talk about this. So much dedication. If a person can dedicate his so much of time to write research on one topic, why can't we dedicate our time and life in understanding of it and experiencing it and gain greater knowledge? So we have to be that much sincere, not serious, sincere. That now if we are, if even if we talk about something, if you're meeting somebody, we talk about this. Hey, what do you understand by karma? Then give your definition. So like that. Don't have any other thought. They will say, fool, hey, you always talk about this stuff. You're so boring. Okay. If that those they're not matching your vibration, they're not matching your frequency, you will find other people who are attracted to your vibe, your frequency. Why to focus? Why to give away, waste your energy on somewhere which is not at your level? And it is not about comparison or judging. It's not it's the fact. That is why they're not able to receive it. And there is no comparison or judgment here, because they are going to come where you are right now. Sometime you were there where they are right now. So there's no judgment in that. It is a fact. But you have to be conscious enough where to invest your energy and where to not. Because
Yeah, and
again,
I think these forums are helpful for that, because now here you get like-minded people who have a common interest, and then you can put up your questions, your thought. If you want to explain something, then you know that this is a safe place. At least here people would listen to you, understand your question, and maybe they have the similar question and they're not speaking up. That's it. But yeah, I think these forums are really helpful.
absolutely. Absolutely. And in your daily life, you will attract such people. You just have to be open for it.
Yeah.
Ask for it. I want such people around me. Only want such people around me who are going to contribute in my journey of growth in a better way, not giving me more lessons. Even if that, sorry, let me correct myself. Even if that, because it's great opportunity for us to learn. So whether they come in a form of friends or enemies, accept them all because they're helping you. Either way.
Yeah. I have noticed this after your forgiveness meditation, like 5 minute thing that you asked us to do. I think that was also one big thing. It was, though it was just 5 minutes, but it was a big thing because now when you release that, anger or frustration or some kind of a hidden thing, I mean, it's not something that I keep it with me. But saying that you forgive but actually forgiving, they're two different things. And when you do that meditation and you're releasing that heaviness from your heart, it gives you so much relief, and it makes you think, actually, you're going on this path, and you I think forgiving was really helpful because it clarifies or gives you a very it gives you clarity, that you are on this path and you don't need to carry a baggage that you don't even shouldn't be carrying. You can release it easily. It's just a baggage. It's a useless baggage that you are carrying. So it was also very helpful. Yeah.
Yes, you said it very rightly. We are not even aware of how much baggage or garbage we're carrying within us. But the moment we just sit with ourselves, and this is something that you need to continuously do.
Yeah.
This is not one day activity. This is always the moment you find yourself getting triggered or getting emotional about something, and you find yourself confused. Hey, why I'm getting so emotional about this? This is not that you know deep, or that is not so big of a thing that I'm getting so emotional. But the thing is, that was not just that moment which triggered all those emotion and deep emotions within you. It was the baggage. It was the memories and crystallized emotions within your etheric body which have lead to certain experience. So sit with yourself and let go. You don't have to pinpoint and know each and every emotion to let it go. You're simply letting and allowing yourself whichever emotion you are stuck with and you are not aware of it. Say it and you're letting it go. So it is a practice, it is a continuous practice unless you have become emotionally stable or you have that great divine interference within you. So it is everything is a continuous fine tuning on this journey. There is no destination. The destination is only to be joyous, to be full of life, to be happy, and to experience that great oneness that is within you, completion within you.
Yeah.
So that is
And
the only destination.
yeah, on the other side, I'm also curious, how, if you can share with us your experience and your daily routine, because sometimes, listening from people who are masters in certain areas, they really encourage you and give you ideas, how you can do much better than what you have been doing right till now. So maybe I would love to, hear something from you as well.
Um, well, a routine should be like, okay, let me share that. What I do, I always keep a self check. I've learned this the moment I've I've always keep a self check. And that is why I'm easily able to experience or say to you that it is easy for one to go into thoughts, layers of thoughts, and we don't even realize it. We can do certain things and we don't even realize we are doing it because we're thinking, we're dwelling into certain thoughts. So you always keep a self-check. Do more and more meditation, become more and more mindful of you, your emotions, your thoughts. Be very self-aware. Always see how can you get more energy in that moment. What can you do? What is the best option in that moment, which will give you better energy, which will help you stay in better energy? Do that if you have those options available. If you're going outside, well, I've chosen, I have created this life where I have to not go outside and do the job, 9 to 5 job in other corporate world. I'm doing the job, I'm doing the work in the sector of spirituality only. That is the kind of work is work, but the environment, the thought process also, make a difference. So yes, that is something that I've chosen for myself, I've created for myself. But if you're going out, you can use all these. The pattern, if I had to go out, I will do the same thing. Like my husband go out in the world. So you may attract, you may have the environment with mixed thoughts, mixed emotions, mixed belief pattern, mixed energies. So how can you, in that situation, stay, in elevated state and still deal with all of that? Because that's where the learning is.
Yes.
So the more mindful you are, the more emotionally stable, and you're working on yourself continuously, it will help you. You help yourself, and the nature will help you. So the only focus is how can you be better? So my only focus is how can I be better? I always see how can I learn from this situation. I've done so many mistakes in my past. I've learned, I've introspected on this, on my own faults. It comes naturally to me that I accept my faults very easily. And I see, because if something is in disagreement, there is something has come from my end too. So I need to just focus on what has come from my end. That is only my duty. I don't have to bother about anything else. So I do that. And the more I do that, more I am correcting myself, refining and fine-tuning myself. So I give myself, I enjoy everything. I do my house, I take care of my house, I take care of myself, I take care of what is required, what others require from me. But before that, I'm learning to be completely happy and take care of myself. We need to be happy with ourselves. That's it. That is the what if anybody asks you what is your life purpose, if anybody asks me what is my life purpose, to be happy, to be joyous. If I cannot be joyous, I won't be able to make even a mustard seed of difference in the world. Because your energy it just animates in physical reality. So your energy is materializing in outside of world. Yeah, I mean, there's so much more. Maybe we can catch up on a personal window. But in general, to understand is that be mindful. What I learn daily is to be mindful of my thoughts, my emotions, and my actions, my intentions. While dealing with others, also, if you're getting triggered, I do not focus on what they did. I focus on what triggered me. What is that I have to learn? That's it. That is maybe how, well, while you have asked me a question, I am saying this. But it has become a natural process for me. Similarly, reading books, focusing on things that elevate your energy. Now it has become a natural part of my journey. Now I don't get attracted towards something which is of waste of time or waste of, might result in waste of my energy. I'm not at all attracted towards it. The world might be, and they might wonder why you're not doing it. Hey, this is not normal. Everybody do that at your age, especially. Why not doing it? Yeah, I'm not attracted to it. It doesn't resonate with me. I live with my truth. Yes, that is one more very important thing. Live with your truth. Nobody is going to have and please don't seek support for you to be able to stand with your truth. First of all, that hey, if I had support, if I had somebody who understood me, it would be easier for me to stand with my truth. Nobody is going to be. You have to support yourself. You have to stand with your truth. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. What other may feel about you, or what other feel what you should do, is not your responsibility. So do what you feel is best for you in that moment. Because again, if you go against your soul's nature, you create karma. If your body is telling you need rest, you need rest. What is the hurry? Find out why your body is so exhausted. If your mind is so worked out, you feel burnout, and you're still working, aren't you doing huge karma for yourself? You're already exhausted. You have used your resources, all your resources, and you're so sucked up, there's nothing left to give outside. So you have to fill. But if you're not filling, if you're not taking care of yourself and still working like a robot, who is wrong here? No, not somebody who has given you the assignment. Your boss is not wrong. He's doing his duty. You are the one who is doing wrong, because knowing that you're burnt out, you don't have anything left, you're still doing it. It is your duty to ask, hey, I want some time for my own self to rejuvenate and come back on the task to perform better. If you're in a corporate world, you have to take care of yourself. So the ultimate goal is to take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, everything else is taken care. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your experience. Thank you.
Thank you for asking it. Yes. It's such a great opportunity to have such discussions. So thank you for this opportunity, and I would love to I love to hear Rangoli as well. I love to meet Neeta. I think I have met Neeta, and of course, Deepti. I would love to hear you out. So if you are here, please come up. Let's talk. We have 10 more minutes. Let's do it.
Uh, yes, well, yeah,
Uh,
it was a very nice session, and the question answers were also great learning. Thank you to everyone for asking the questions and for you to explain.
All right, Diti, I can't see you. So for the first few seconds took me, you know, to figure out who is speaking. So please come on camera. So I completely missed what you said.
Okay. I was not audible.
Yes, now I can hear you, and
Okay.
thank you, beautiful.
Yeah, so I was telling thank you for all those who asked the questions, and it gave a lot of insight. Your explanations gave a lot of insight to me also.
Yes. What you're gonna do with these insights?
Like, actually, since childhood, I was like believing forgive and forget should be there always, but your teaching taught me that that also causes karma, which is so true. So my inaction was also not right. That's what I understood.
That's a greatest bad karma. That is a greatest equivalent to killing somebody, because you're killing yourself by not taking action to for yourself. It is the greatest karma, bad karma. We must add bad and good to karma, because karma is not bad. When we use karma, we say it's karma is bad only. So just say karma. Add good or bad to it, because that's where the count is. Karma is not bad. So it creates great worse karma on, because you're killing yourself. So I'm so proud of you.
Okay. Today you told that if I'm tired, I should rest. Like even that, I don't realize. From now on, I'll take care.
Awesome, wonderful. And you are giving so much courage to my own self, and to everybody who will listen to you. Now, everybody who's gonna see you, or who gonna come in contact with you, with will your so all these things are contagious. So your courage will be contagious. So all your sisters, all your friends are gonna ask you, "Hey, Diti, what is happening with you? How can you be so? What is happening in your life?"
True, true. And this last session has increased the maturity in myself to a great extent. So I thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Deepti, for taking this step for yourself and for sharing this. Sharing is must. Why I don't know why we take it so lightly, and why don't we want to share until I ask. We must share. We must share. We must come forward. Show enough doing or hiding behind. Enough of not showing up. Show, be, go in front of people and say, "Hey, you know what, I'm meditating and you don't know, see the glow on my face." Show yourself up. Everybody is showing the property they've bought. Show the property you bought from within yourself. That property was taken by somebody else doing, now you're repurchasing that property. Your soul's not the physical property. Understanding it, this is the richness of life. And you get everything else with this richness. If you're rich within, you're rich outside, because you attract what you are.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing, Deepti. I'm always so proud of you, because you represent so many more. I represent so many more, and each one of us represent many more, because we are
Yeah.
not alone. There's so many of we have similar experiences. Why do we relate to other people's question and answers? Because we are experiencing similar life. So please come out, say, forget the language, forget about right use of words, forget about how you're appearing. You're best because you're working on yourself. That's it.
Thank you,
Amazing.
Rani.
Keep it. Wow. And today I want to listen to Sandhya as well. Sandhya she's a wonderful soul who she had a continuous exams during these 21 days, and still she was there with me, helping me out on her toes. So I'm utterly grateful for her presence and her help in all the ways possible. So I want to listen to her and talk to her. Yes, Rangoli, I see you.
Uh, hi Nandini. Thank you so much for the great meditation. I just want to say that immediately after meditation, I'm still stuck in that meditative state. So, kind of not always there to talk, but I'm listening all of you and enjoying your company. And I've tried to be there on all 21 days, though a couple of days I've not been able to connect. But the meditation is just, while doing the meditation, sometimes I feel I haven't gone so deep. But it's towards the ending when I open my eyes, I feel that I'm still there in that meditative state. And I can feel the change in myself. I I see that I am more productive at my work. Like it's the small things that it shows. So now I get up every day just to meditate, thinking that I need to do this for the rest of my day because this meditation is giving me the energy to go through the entire day in a very peaceful and organized manner. So thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward for the weekly meditations also. So I'd love to join whenever you start that.
Absolutely. Beginning March, because it's gonna be new month, new energies. That's why I want to take a little break and then start with it. And I absolutely understand what you're saying. And while even if you're meditating and you're not able to open your eyes, it's absolutely all right. You're listening to what we're saying and it is getting registered. It is okay if you're not, like, I understand you want to come across that is why you're not speaking, but share in a group later on. Share this experience of yours later on in the group for so many people who joined who wanted to join the session but not, remember your own journey when it was you're undecisive of the action. So many people are on that level, so we need to share our experiences to give them more and more motivation. So that is how we contribute in the elevation of humanity, by sharing our experiences. So share your experience so that even if they are not coming out, they read and they have that self-realization. So that's why sharing is very important.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see the smile. I'm so happy to see the glow that I'm seeing right now. And
I'm glad.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
wonderful. I'm talking to all the wonderful ladies over here. And of course, we had Asid, we had Harshvardhan ji, and there are a few more, but they don't talk, so I don't know if they exist or there's somebody who's joining on their behalf, or there's some robot or AI. Sorry, I'm just kidding. But yeah, understanding. So when we exchange this, a, a, a new energy is created, a new portals are open, which we'll understand later. So thank you, Rangoli.
Thank you.
Now we bring Sandhya. Hi, Sandhya. Now that we are free from 21 days, you're also free from your exams. Wow. So
Yeah,
please share your experience of how you are willing to give service, how that comes to you. I've asked you this question last time also in Reinvent when you given, and trust me, my experience with these beautiful, wonderful women, Sandhya, Seema, Shruti, Neeta, four wonderful women, was so great that I want them always working with us. Okay, can.
that's a wonderful thought, and first with your question, how do you, I mean, it always starts with your intent, because intent is always the first step that starts for you to take any action that you want to do. I knew that I wanted to help, but I didn't know how. So I was like, I'll put it into the universe and then let whatever happens, this also was a stage of surrender that you let go. And also, it's always like anything new that you start, there's always a little bit of fear, self doubt, all of those negative emotions that kind of initially come through. But you have to work through it and get past it. All of us at some point want to do some sort of seva, and we kind of stop ourselves from doing it because there's self doubt, there's judgment, there is a certain negative past that kind of stops us. So I think you need to let go of that. And once you let go of that and surpass all of those, and then it just flows. You just keep just moving with the flow. So I don't think, and also you will also need to increase your ability to do things. Every time we say something, you can't do this, we are stopping ourselves from being our best. So that needs to change. I thought with my exams, I don't think I just thought I'll be able to do it for all days. I don't think I thought I'll be able to be there for people. But somewhere down, it felt like it's not that much big of a deal. You can still show up, you can still do things, you can still push through things, you can still manage your time. Sometimes it always comes down to your emotional management more than your time management, because that is where we go up and down. I think once you sort that out, from there on, it's going to be very easy for you. And when you go with the right set of people, it becomes way more easier to do things. People who have better clarity than you, they'll teach you what you need to do and how you need to cope up with things. So that's very important. And I think we'll all have something to learn from each other. So that is what is the first, I think, the answer to my first question. And number two, I think we need to keep continuing this for a long period. It is my suggestion also, Nandini, so that at every weekend or something, we have something to share, something to learn from each other, something how we have applied certain things, how we have learned certain things, so that that becomes easier for us to grow. And sometimes learning happens very easily through when we observe people, how their experience have shaped their perception, so that helps us better. So I think I think this is my suggestion. I think we'll see how Nandini goes about this.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure. First of all, what a great message you gave. What a great understanding you shared about that. When you are, no matter what, you begin something, the opposite of it will come to stop you. And that is what the continuous battle we are with. So you shared it very beautifully. But the moment you surpass it, the moment you still walk, having it by your side, you will walk so fast that you will stay behind, it will dissolve. And what a wonderful message that more than time management, you need emotional and your mental management. When you have taken care of that, you have ample amount of time. You will not realize, hey, I woke up at 4 o'clock and it just 8. I feel like I've already passed half of a day. Yes. So amazing. Wonderful message you have shared, Sandhya. And I would want you to speak more and more. Now start taking sessions more and more.
Yeah, definitely, I will start my session soon. I have your
That
support, so I don't have to think too much about anything. So yeah.
absolutely. And how is your experience of this 21 day when you
I
join? How is
think
your learning and experience?
I think with every one thing is observation is through, like with karma, my personal observation is that I still have layers to work through. I still have certain hidden shadows that I have to work through. There are certain habits that have to change. Sometimes it is very much unconscious, and then you come to awareness. I'm like, where did that come in from? And sometimes when you're being a meditator, you also pick other people's emotions. So you need to be aware of it. And there are also conditionings that happen in your early childhood days, so that is also come to the layer. So I was like, where did that come in from? And then it maps to a different situation that had happened in my past. So that needs to kind of change those patterns and certain belief systems also, and I think yesterday there's one sentence that stuck with me. This was a message from Patriji, always at equal intervals of time, check your belief systems. And now I'm like, how did I even believe that, which is untrue? How did I even believe that? And I was like, no, it's high time we change that. That layer has come past. And also, anything that you want to show up, you will show up no matter what. If you want to absolutely do something, you will do it. If it's come from your heart, then do it no matter what. I think that's my learning. And sometimes with every season, there's a different learning, but it shows a more deeper layer of yourself. So it comes down to there was one time where I was like taking things personally too much. And there was one time I was expecting validation. I was like, you don't need it. It takes time, but you can solve it. Slowly and steadily, you can solve it. All of that layer you can let go. It takes time, but you have to be patient. And that is also something that I'm learning for myself. So that's my learning of this particular, season. That's my learning.
Wonderful, wonderful. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's skyrocketing.
I
Amazing,
mean,
amazing.
this is also one reason I would encourage everybody to do Seva because when you go with Seva, there's a lot of energy that you get, and that will absolutely show your deepest, darkest shadows that you would not even be aware in your normal days. And you will ask yourself, where is this unconscious trigger or behavior is getting into your system? That awareness will get in, like you'll have a larger awareness. So, and alongside with that, book readings help a lot. And this session, every time, of course, I was there, halfway through down, I would feel really heavy in my head. And I was like, why is that I'm not taking the energy? Or it's like the energy hitting you really hard. That because every book has energy, every book connects you to a master. So that master's knowledge transfer is very important. And somebody like Dorcom, I've read one of his books, and it absolutely makes sense why we do what we do and what needs to change. He'll exactly show you what layer you're going through. And it'll just, I think it's a whole shift in your consciousness, but it's very, very, you have to be very conscious of what you see through. I think that's very, very important when you read a book and have discussions about it, because that master's energy is also connected to you. So that is very, I think, please I mean, if you have anybody in your close circle, start book clubs because that will help a lot for a lot of different people so that you also learn together. You also finish a book. At the same time, you have people sharing different viewpoints also. I think that would be I would encourage all of you to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a long due. This is a long due
Yeah.
project that is very that I am in fact Paris who wants to work on to create a book club, because reading book and creating a platform for people to join who are who want support, read a book. So
Mhm.
yeah, let's ponder upon it. Let's create some ideas. How can we do that? And let's talk about it. Let's do it. And anybody who's interested to, volunteer into present ideas on that. How can we create a regular book club for which can sustain and also, have fruitful results? So that is something that is absolutely, absolutely needed. And yes, I remember the message, check your BP. And it's not
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
it's belief pattern.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
what you said. And it's
Yeah.
a huge message. It's just not
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
And that BP part and belief system part just stayed with me. I was like, now I'm seeing those layers that's come into myself. Now it's like, how do you rewire from there on? And that needs to go about changing things actually.
Absolutely. Everything has to do with belief patterns. And like you said, when you do seva, you will get you get confronted with so many unknown stuck memories, so many unknown stuck patterns, belief patterns that you didn't even realize you had. So if people think that, what do you know, you're staying at home or you're not doing much, you're just meditating. I go out and struggle and deal with certain things. Hey, my life is more difficult. Hey, everything is difficult. Now we are dealing with different kind of challenges. People who meditate, who are working on themselves, it's not easy. If you think this is an escape, if somebody thinks or tells you you're escaping from real life, tell them, hey, try meditation. You will know what real life is actually is. No comparison, no blaming, or no. We're not trying to justify anything. There's no justification. That's a fact. Everything is challenging. Now for you, maybe what challenging is for them may not be challenging for you. But everybody is dealing with their own way of challenges.
Yeah.
Now our
I think the
challenges are
most, I think even with our challenges, when it comes to us on an emotional level, only then we are like, hey, what's going wrong? You know? And even if it's outside, there are times people are like, hey, you don't know what you're doing. Just because you're, and also people have this judgment like if you're a meditator, you should never get angry, you should never feel these negative emotions, or you should never feel negative about anything for that matter. No, we are not that. We keep evolving, we keep changing. I mean, at the core of it stays intact, but the layers and the personality changes, it does happen. And, people are 100% not in acceptance when you change yourself. How come a person's behavior absolutely just changes after 40 days? You can't be this person because that is what others don't see in you, because that's not the familiar self that they have seen in you. Yeah, I mean, I've seen other masters saying that their family resisted because they were meditating, because they were unaware of the personality change that was coming in because of the meditation. And sometimes when this is also one of the reasons people struggle to understand children also, because they are way more evolved. They give some answer that is way more deeper that we forget to see through, like, no, how can this kid say something like that? That is also a distance, because today when I see those layers, like how did those layers come into my system, it also gives me a conscious that how I need to be for my kid, because we just say things on the floor, and you can't just say things on the floor. That is
but
also why.
not be in the urge of flow. It's all come down to meditation. And again, the
Yeah.
focus is not or outside. The focus is on.
Mm.
Forget, people are stupid. Just simply.
I mean, it's always winning the inner battles. Once you win over it, I don't think anything else is going to stop you from being who you are meant to be, truly. Yeah, that's the real deal.
Yep. Yes, 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 yes. That is what it is. Well, great sharing. You have so much to say, Sandhya. You have so much to say. Don't stop here. Keep saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think,
Now you have so.
it's already 8:16 and people are waiting all the while.
No,
If
no,
there are any
right.
book clubs, in case if they're coming up, we'll let you know, guys.
Creating your own videos. Start creating your own videos. Start meeting your own people who are waiting to seek the knowledge that you are gaining. So start speaking, start expressing, start sharing.
Yeah,
Well,
I will. I have to start. I have to. I will make sure I do it.
great, good. Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you. I know the time has exceeded. Still, thank you for staying here. रेखा जी, आपसे बात करना रह गया है आज. But this is not the end. Again, this is not at all the end. We are going to begin continue these sessions twice a day, twice a week, Wednesday and Thursday. And I'll be announcing again the day and complete program schedule of it in coming time. So stay tuned. We'll be sharing on our social media platforms in the WhatsApp groups. So you'll get the information. So see you there. and express more, and just be true to yourself. That is it. And you're doing great, all of you who are on this journey of self-realization. Forget about where others are or where you want to reach. Just be appreciative about the present where you are right now, and that is enough. So, with that, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be able to speak and to be able to share, because this is my passion. This is my most desired way of sharing of who I am and what I am learning. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity and for all of you. So see you all in further journey. Bye bye. Lots of love and lots of gratitude. Such a great smile, Rekha ji.